Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to River City Live. We've got a lot of fun things planned for you today, but, you know, the other day we talked about the obituary of the woman, the 84-year-old woman that passed away, and it was just written in a super sassy, fun way, and while you don't want to laugh, it was designed to make you at least chuckle, and Elizabeth was able to track down the family and chat with them, and they were very happy, I understand, to talk to you about Pammy.
Absolutely. They said to be able to spread her joy, humor, and personality to people that may not have gotten a chance to know her, they said they were just thrilled. So I can't wait to share more with you about her. She is great, and I wish I had have gotten the chance to meet her. To have met her. I
think everybody who read that felt the same. So we'll look forward to that. That's coming up a little bit later on in the program.
Also, too, we have comedian Henry Cho. He'll be on later, and also we're going to give away tickets to see his show at Comedy Zone tonight. So you're definitely going to stick around for that. But right now, let's jump into the River City Current.
Kicking that off with a story that's so sweet at Valentine's Day time. Meet John and Ann Bitar. They have been married for 83 years. He is 104, she is 100. They met and eloped when they were 21 and 17. Her dad wasn't happy about it. He wanted her to marry a much older man. Can you imagine? She'd be married to someone who's 150 today. But anyway, the two of them want to share the secrets to their joy, so they are taking to Twitter to share on Valentine's Day. You would go to @handy and you can tweet them out with their questions. Use the hashtag #LongestLove. So what would you want to say to these nice married folks, and what would you want to ask them? Well, we asked you that very question on social media. We went to Facebook, and Samuel says, I would ask them how the hell they do it because my wife drives me insane. Well, that's no way to get to an 84-year marriage, but okay.
And then Jay said, Tuesday was my parents' 71st anniversary. How they've managed to not kill each other in all that time is beyond me.
And then Scott asks, I would ask if they still get frisky. Thanks for keeping it clean, Scott. We try to run a little PG operation here.
Ew.
Brandy says, I would ask if they ever felt like they couldn't do it anymore, and if so, how did they get through?
Yeah. I guess they had that nobody gets out of this alive scenario thing going. So anyway, all right. I mean, that's kind of that's the only way to go about it. One more, Virginia. I'm not wondering about how to be married that long, more like how to live that long.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe it had something to do with having the right partner, right?
Yeah, could be.
Kept each other
See, look how romantic I could be about these things.
Yes.
I think a good part of it has to be the selection process. But there has to be a hugely important part, picking the correct person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond and actually how they figure out how to go on Twitter.
That was my big question. I'm like, 100 years old. Are you guys that tech savvy? But
well, that's where this @handy comes into play, this company that's going to host them.
Oh,
yeah.
But again, that's how you get to them, and it's really, really sweet. I think if you have like an older married couple in your life, it's a great time, Valentine's Day, to get with them and ask them questions.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I've asked my grandparents some questions, and the answers weren't as fulfilling as I had hoped.
They weren't profound.
They were profound in a whole different way.
Okay.
But I feel like, too, that with people that age, they're very to the point. They don't have time to censor themselves, which you learned with the woman that passed away, too. Who they are is who they are. They're not putting on a show or a front. So you're going to get real, raw, gritty responses, I'm sure. All right. Well, this is an interesting story. So science has found a way to erase memories. And I'm going to break this down as simply as I can. So when you have a memory, basically neurons talk to neurons, and there's a bridge in the middle. Well, that bridge, every time you pull up the memory, it's like a computer, and it has to resave itself. So that memory kind of gets altered. Well, they found a way to alter that memory so you could erase things. So if you're afraid of spiders, for example, they could give you a drug, and then they could just make that memory not as bad, so your fear goes away. So what do you think about that? Erasing memories. It's there, and scientifically they found a way to do it.
But why? I mean, I guess if it's a super traumatic experience, maybe, but I mean, when you really think about it, your memories and your experiences are what help form the person you are today. And if you lose that memory, you lose that experience, I mean...
Unless you're a bad person, right? Because maybe if you're a bad person, those memories created that monster. I don't know. I'm just saying. But we had some great viewer responses here, too. So we'd like to pull them up and share. So Joyce, she said, not a good idea that the government would have access to this, but it would be beneficial to those who have suffered a tragedy, such as rape, child abuse, and it could possibly be using in treating depression. Mixed feelings about this one. That's well said.
And then Leon said, mine doesn't need to be erased. I forgot all on my own.
Okay, so Robert said, well, drinking hasn't helped. Lost most of my short-term memory. Now I'm left with the reasons I drank. I'm in. Zap my brain. Zap it. Zap it.
And Deborah says, I'd rather be able to just remember why I walked into the other room half the time. I don't need any help forgetting stuff.
Actually, you know what? That is a true thing. It's called the doorway effect.
Oh, really?
It truly is. Somehow when you change, it resets your brain when you walk through a doorway. And so have you ever done that?
All the time.
I mean, you're too young to just be forgetful. So
No, I forget things.
but when you walk through a doorway, you forget why you went in the room. That happens.
Yeah. I always forget where I park my car. Like, I'll walk out of a store or something, and then I'll look and I'll just start laughing like, I have no idea. And then you do this game, beep.
I did that at work yesterday. I went to the right side of the parking lot, and then I ended up walking just right down the middle all the way to the left side.
Did you try to look cool?
Comedian Eilish Lessinger says that's more of a feminine trait. So, Mark?
Where does it say that at?
This is just some research I did on my own.
All right. So have you noticed, though, I'm kind of moving ahead here, have you noticed that for Valentine's Day, there's more and more marketing every year to the single folks? So we've talked about some of the things like the heart-shaped pizza and whatnot, but now it seems like between Starbucks and some of these other companies, they really want to get the word out like, hey, if you don't have a Valentine, still come in and spend money with us. And that's what Dairy Queen is doing right now. They have their Singles Blizzard. That's it right there. It's to me, from me. So treat yourself is what they're basically saying. I think this is a good little phase. You know, breakup is always a good reason to eat ice cream anyway.
I would like to weigh in on Valentine's Day, but then Rance will make fun of me for being feminine, so I'm just going to...
Well, we actually have the same mentality, so, you know, I'd be like, hey, high five, buddy. Woo! You're supposed to block that, Eden.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff going on in front of me.
Our significant others are like, Eden, protect us. Look out for us.
All right, I'll be the buffer.
Right.
I'll be the adult.
From blizzards, let's talk about Frozen. So Frozen was the highest grossing animated movie ever. And now it's going to be on Broadway in 2018. So look out for that, and I'm sure it will be wildly successful because anything Frozen does is. And then I think in 2017, they're actually coming out with another cartoon. So think about that. You have the cartoon coming out, and then it will be in Broadway in 2018. So lots of Frozen in your future.
So we get to hear that song a million more times.
What
Can't
song
wait.
is that?
I don't know. Why don't you sing it, Eden? I always do the singing, so
I
it's
don't
your
need
turn.
to because everyone's hearing it in their ear and their head right now, aren't you? You know
We've
you
got
are.
the showgirl over here. She could do the music. Oh, she's out. She's out.
All right. Stick around. Lots of River City Live to come. Hit us up on Facebook at River City Live TV. We'll be back.
Wait, we'll be